today's speakers. After the speeches have concluded, I will ask for the timer's report, request the ballots be passed to the vote counter, and introduce the general evaluator. I will ask the R counter for their report, ask the grammarian for their report, and call on the vote counter for the result. I will then return control of the meeting to the president before we conclude for today. Thank you, Madam President. Before we continue with the agenda for today, our theme for today is No One Can Stop You. This I can relate to so well. I started Toastmasters 6 months ago, and I am on my presentation mastery path. I had just finished level 2 a month ago, and I thought, looking at the projects that are required for level 3, I thought I'm probably not going to finish level 3 this year. It just looked like, it looked very discouraging for me. Let me tell you that it looked very discouraging because there was a role of a Toastmaster of the day, which is what I'm doing today. Secret, it's my first time. So it's my first time being Toastmaster of the day. So I thought I'm probably not going to do this until I'm a year in. But when Leya texted me and said, hey, I know you finished level 2. Are you interested in being Toastmasters of the day? I thought, hell yeah. But looking back, I was holding myself back. So it is indeed true. No one can hold you back but yourself. So fellow Toastmasters and guests, before we continue with the rest of the agenda, I will now call up on the toast of the day, Mrs. Sakabo Malefo. Over to you, Sakabo.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Asalapele Banda. Thank you and good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Tonight, let us raise our glass. Will it be visible? Okay. Tonight, let us raise our glasses to the unstoppable spirit within each of us. Life may throw obstacles in our way, doubts may whisper in our ears, and challenges may test our resolve. But when we remain ebullient and unshakable in our belief in ourselves, truly no one can stop us. Here is to chasing our dreams, breaking through barriers, and moving forward with courage and joy. To us, the unstoppable. Plus.
All right, thank you, Toast Sakabo. There are several people actually that will be helping us in our meeting to make sure that our meeting runs smoothly today. As we continue, I will be calling our timekeeper, Unkemetse Molongwe, to explain her role for today. Over to you, Unkemetse.
Toastmaster of the Day, looks like Unkemetse is not on the call yet. So maybe I'll just assist in the meantime. Let me just come to the virtual stage. So as timer of the day, that is the role of timing the speakers. So today we've got a 4 to 6 minute speech and then the rest are 5 to 7 minutes. So when the speakers reach, like the first one reaches 4 minutes, I'll share my background will be green. When they reach 5 minutes, yellow. And when they reach the maximum time, I'll share the red. For the 5 to 7 minute speeches, the minimum time, I'll share the green, 6 minutes, yellow, and at 7 minutes, red. So once it's red, it just indicates you've got 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. And then for the table topic session, the impromptu session, it's a 1 to 2 minute speech. So when you reach the minimum time, I'll show the green, which is 1 minute, 1 minute 30, yellow, and at 2 minutes, red. For evaluation, which is a 2 to 3 minute speech, when people reach 2 minutes, I'll share the green, 2 minutes 30, yellow, and 3 minutes the red, indicating it's time for you to wrap up your speech. As the timer, my hand will be raised so that my video will be the first one, right? And we'll give the report when called on. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Timer Leya. We now move on to our grammarian for the evening, Ketiwe Malema. Over to you, Ketiwe.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. This evening, I have the pleasure of being grammarian, and my role is to allow us and enable us to become more efficient speakers with the English language specifically. My role is to look out for improper usage of the English language as well as excellent usage of the English language. I will note where we can improve and where we've excelled. I will also have the pleasure of introducing the word of the day. Our word of the day today is ebullient. It means to be cheerful and full of life. And an example of this is she sounded ebullient in her delivery. Thank you, and over to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, grammarian Ketiwe. Moving on, our R counter for the day, Dorika Oteng. Over to you, Dorika. Is our R and R counter?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. How did you say I add the background? I came
It's
in while
down.
she was explaining. Yeah, I want to be able to add the background. She was explaining.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. For now, you can just speak, Dorika.
Okay. All right. Just a minute. Okay. So for the R counter role, my duty is to track the report filler words such as like, and any repeated words that speakers usually use in their speeches. So the primary purpose of this is basically to help members become more aware of these speaking habits and to improve their clarity. Thank you.
Thank you, Dorika. Moving
All right.
on, we will have our hack master, Mrs. Leya. Over to you, Leya Musunga.
Again. So the hack master role, it says hack is an old English word that basically just means to listen. So I'll be paying attention to everything that is happening in the meeting in terms of the people who are coming to the virtual stage. And then I'll prepare questions for you, our audience. So when called upon, I will then pose questions to see how well you were listening. So I want to encourage everyone to listen and pay attention, as I will be asking several questions based on what happens in the meeting today. Thank you, and back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Leya. Lastly, we have our general evaluator. Our general evaluator is Mfundo. Over to you, Mfundo. I didn't want to butcher your name, your surname.
Sorry, Madam Toastmaster of the day, Mufundo is running late. He's still stuck in traffic.
Oh, do we have any volunteer or anybody wants to explain his role in the meantime?
Good evening, Madam Toastmaster of the day. I can explain. The general evaluator is the person who takes care or leads the evaluation segment of the night, which is the very last segment where we receive feedback on both prepared speeches and other roles that have already been introduced tonight. The general evaluator will also give a general overview, a general evaluation of how the meeting progressed. In the meantime, I'll take up that role. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Dumelo. We now move to our prepared speeches. Our first speaker for the day is Loago Esther Mfolwe. She is doing her presentation mastery level 1. And this is her very first speech. It's an icebreaker speech. Her speech title is The Downfall of the Confident Booster. Her evaluator is Leya Musunga. I will give the stage now to Leya Musunga to explain what is expected of Loago. Over to you, Leya.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster of the day. Loago today will be presenting an icebreaker speech. So this is the first speech that one introduces themselves to the club. So the objective of the speech is to learn the basic structures of writing a speech. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Leya. Now we welcome on stage Loago Esther Mfolwe on her very first speech. Over to you, Loago.
Sorry, Madam Toastmaster of the day. I don't see her unless she logged in with a different name.
All right. In that case, I believe we move and we can always come back to Loago. All right. Moving on. Our next speech is Maduo Musutwani. Maduo Musutwani is also doing her presentation mastery level 1, but it's her second project. The project is right.
Sorry, Madam Toastmaster of the day. I don't see Maduo on the call either. Yeah.
Okay, let's see who we have here. Just
speaker number 3 and number 4.
Okay, speaker number 3 and speaker number 4. All right, I'm sorry about that. We will now move on to our third speaker. Our third speaker is Leya Musunga. Leya Musunga is doing the motivational strategies path. She's on level 4. The title of her project is Public Relations Strategies. Speech title is One Story at a Time. Her evaluator is Tumelo Maphalala. We invite her evaluator, Tumelo Maphalala, to explain what Leya is expected to be delivering in her speech tonight. Over to you, Tumelo.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the evening. Tonight, I have the pleasure of evaluating Leya Musunga, as our Toastmaster of the day has already mentioned. She is pursuing the Motivational Strategies Pathway, Level 4, Project 4, public relations strategy. The objective of her project is for her to practice the skills needed to effectively use public relations strategies in any group or situation. That is, Leya must share some aspect of her public relations strategy. She must deliver a well-organized speech of 5 to 7 minutes, which is informational and engaging. So back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you. Thank you, Evaluator Dumela. Over to you, Leya Musunga.
Vote for me, Leya Musunga, as your public relations manager for the upcoming Toastmasters year. My goal will ensure that we communicate effectively, one story at a time. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and our guests. That was me a few months ago as I was campaigning to be the public relations manager of District 74. It was a daunting task for me, but I knew it was an opportunity that I wanted to step into. Ever had an opportunity that you knew this is something I need to do? For me, being the public relations manager felt like me coming full circle in my Toastmasters journey. As when I first joined, the first role I ever undertook was that of being the Vice President of Public Relations right here in Gaborone Toastmasters. So now being able to do the public relations from a district position, definitely this was coming full circle. I knew this was going to be a challenge. And one of the things you have to do as the public relations manager is to come up with a strategy in terms of how are you going to be communicating with your audience, and your audience being the internal, and that's your fellow Toastmasters, and the external, and that's the general public out there. There were three things that I wanted to ensure when I was setting up my strategy. Number one, to ensure that the individuals felt that their stories were heard. The second item was to ensure that there was a ripple effect of the communication that was being shared from the district. And the third one was to ensure that there was a safe harbor of growth that all the members would feel. So everything that I was putting down in my strategy in terms of my communication would be seen through these particular three lenses that I had set up. Celebrating our members was very important to me. When I first joined Toastmasters, I used to get excited when I was celebrated in my club. What more being celebrated from a district position? So one of the first things I wanted to ensure was that any member who completes a level or any member who has something that should be celebrated, that would definitely be communicated. There are various platforms that are available for us to share our message. So I investigated everything that's available in our district. There's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, even TikTok. I'm not a TikTok fan. I feel that platform can steal all your time. But these are the platforms where you find the members that we are trying to reach. So have to ensure that we have a strategy of how we approach each member depending on the platform that they are available on. For LinkedIn, we know we are looking at corporate members or individuals who would be in the corporate space. So the message that we share there will definitely be different from what we share on X or even on Facebook. One of the first campaigns that I initiated was the My Why campaign. This was a great way to ensure that our members got to share their stories of why they joined Toastmasters. And it would be a great way to encourage other people who are interested in joining Toastmasters. Find out from people who've benefited from Toastmasters. The second item was to ensure that we had a toolkit that members could use so that they could also celebrate in their own clubs, ensuring that everything that they did was brand right. The third item that I tried to focus on when I was creating my strategy was to ensure that we had a proper functioning website. This would be a great place where we could share information and it's stored in one place so that if anyone needs resources, it's readily available. One of my pet projects that I wanted to ensure would be a great way of sharing more stories of what happens in our district was the relaunch of our Achieving Excellence magazine. This is a great platform of hearing member stories and for all visitors and guests to be able to find out more that is happening in Toastmasters. With my strategy in place, I knew that there has to be a way for me to measure the success. With the website, it's easy by just tracking the movement in terms of how many people are actually visiting the website. A few years ago, we barely had any traffic on our website. But I must say it's been about 3 months now, and it's clear to see that more people are engaging with us there. With the social media platforms, being able to track how successful we are, that's by looking at the engagement, looking at how much people are interacting. And also in terms of how much people are even using the various branding toolkits that we have developed. Elevating communication one story at a time is the lens through which my strategy for the branding of our district is being looked at. Fellow Toastmasters, our guests, as we continue looking at how we can communicate more with our internal audience, you, our fellow Toastmasters, and with our guests and visitors who are interested in Toastmasters. I hope you follow us on our various social media platforms so that you can continue to be engaged and learn more about Toastmasters. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Leya. Thank you so much. Round of applause for Miss Leya. So that was our first speaker / third speaker. We now move to the last speaker of the evening. Our last speaker of the evening is Haseena Hamdani. Haseena Hamdani is on her presentation mastery path, and she's doing her project 3, which is persuasive speaking. Her speech title is Parents Found. Her evaluator is Ketiwa Malema. I will now invite Ketiwa to let us know what is expected from Haseena's speech. Over to you, Ketiwa.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Toastmaster Haseena today is focusing on her vocal variety capabilities. I will be observing various things such as vocal variety, clarity of speech, and her engagement with us. But this specific project is all about vocal variety, whether or not she uses pace, her pitch, as well as pausing to have more effect on us as her audience. Good luck, and back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you for that, Ketiwe. Over to Haseena. Haseena presenting her speech title, Parents Found. Over to you, Haseena.
Parents Found, the unexpected title of that day, the day I will never forget. 25 years back in Durban, the sky was bright, the water was sparkling, the air was filled with beautiful echoes of water park. And my son, 6 years old, he immediately met his friends, his big ears peeking beneath the Spider-Man goggles, his his face was charming with the joy, and his spirit ebullient with bubbling with joy and delight. Children were squealing, the water was splashing, and the slides were whooshing. Everything was perfect. We immediately I have seen that my son went with his newly made friends to the mini pool and splashing water. We adult launched nearby, chatting and preparing our lunch. After an hour, I went to call kids for the lunch. One came out, the second one, the third. They tumbled out and they were dribbling, giggling. But I said, "Where's Ozair?" My son's name is Ozair, and we lovingly call him Ozzy. I asked those children, "Where's Ozair?" He just shrugged casually and said, "I don't know." I don't know. I grabbed the oldest child, Kevin, and asked him, "Where is Ozair?" His eyes widened, his voice quivering. He said, I don't know. He was here. He was just here. My heart skipped a beat and then pounded. My eyes darted everywhere. My legs sprinted to the main pool, slides, and even to the changing room. I started calling, "Ozil! Ozil!" Nowhere. My husband ran over to me. He put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Calm down." "Calm down? You tell me to calm down? Our little boy is nowhere." And he started searching for him. Both of us asking everyone, "Did you see my little boy wearing Spider-Man goggles, orange swim trunk? Did you see my boy? Hello, Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy." Nowhere. And then a crackling sound on the loudspeaker. "Attention, attention, attention. A 6-year-old Ozair launched a complaint. His parents are lost. He is waiting at police booth number 2. Wherever you are, please report to the police booth number 2. Attention, attention, attention." Parents lost? We froze. Our friends busted laughing. I held my husband's hand and we sprinted to the police booth number 2. And there Ozair was relaxed, sitting on a recliner, munching his favorite snack. The policeman grinned at us. The crowd whispered and pointed. Ah, the lost parents are found. And Ozair, he peered up at us like, what took you so long? Fellow Toastmaster, that Ebullient 6-year-old child taught me that day a priceless lesson. While we were frantic, he was fearless. While we were panicked, he was planning. He was calm. He had a trust. My parents will find me. He looked for the right authority. Fellow Toastmaster, life is like a water park moments. You will find sometimes lost in the noise, chaos, and unexpected turns. Remember Ozzy at the police booth number 2? Calm, confident, quietly munching his snacks. Because if you stay steady, nobody, nothing can stop you. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Haseena. Some of us who've got little humans can totally relate to that story, especially where you showed you dragging your boy and asking him where your son was. Like, it literally took me to one of my memories. That was a really nice story. That was the end of our prepared speeches section. It's 18:37. It looks like we have a lot of time. We are now moving on to the timekeeper's report. Nkemesi Mulongwe, can you give us the time report? Oh, let me see.
I
Or
was
is it
timing,
Leya?
so I can give the report.
Oh, over to you, Leya.
Okay. Right. So the first speaker, myself, I timed myself. So I took about 7 minutes 30, just right on time. Then our second speaker, Haseena, took 6 minutes 10 seconds. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, timekeeper. We will now take a vote. We will now vote for the best effort speaker. The Zoom master, if you can flash the voters roll for us.
Normally, if it's 2 speakers, we don't run the poll.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
We learn every day. We now move on to table topics. Our table topics was supposed to be about 15 minutes, supposed to be 8 to 10 minutes, but looking at the time, it can run a bit longer than that, Mfundo. So I am now giving over to Mfundo, our table topics speaker. Over to you, Mfundo.
You mean Mzamo?
Oh, sorry about that. My agenda, my agenda. Over to you, Mzamo.
No problem, no problem, Madam Toastmaster of the evening. Things happen on these virtual meetings. Thank you very much. First of all, let me first introduce the role. For those who haven't been with the Toastmasters for long, it is important to note that your visit or you being a guest, you are valued, and we would like to hear you speak. And table topics give you that opportunity. Well, the purpose of table topics in its nature is to facilitate, is where you, the guest and members, get an opportunity to practice your impromptu speaking. Have you seen when you get questions in that meeting and then you struggle to respond, but table topics teaches you how to respond impromptu and with minimal preparation. Therefore, Madam Table Topics, Madam Toastmaster of the day, the speakers are expected to speak for 2 minutes, and in 1 minute, the timer will definitely show the green, and then in 1 minute, 30 seconds, she will show the yellow and then the red in 2 minutes. Without any waste of time, I would first like to get people to volunteer before I volunteer you. Oh, Tumelo, are you volunteering? Thank you very much for that. Can we spotlight Tumelo? Tumelo, your first question is, what personal qualities? Let me change them. Let me change my questions for you. What personal qualities empower you to believe that no one can stop you in pursuing your goals and dreams?
Thank you, Table Topics Master. Funny you asked me this question. Just last week, I was having a chat with a friend, and she told me how she admires that I can never seem to embarrass myself. To start off with, I used to feel embarrassed half or most of the time. I have since decided that that doesn't work for me. Embarrassment is how you see it, not how I see it. I see it as an opportunity to learn. I see it as an opportunity to better myself. If I don't embarrass myself and feel that bit of shame, how can I improve? So I believe that the quality that shows me I can never ever stop, or no one can ever stop me in the pursuit of my dreams, is the fact that I don't mind shame. It bounces right off of me and falls to the ground, and I move right along pretty fast. Thank you, Table Topics Master.
Wow, big round of applause for Tumelo. No one can dim your light. I also believe in that. Can I have a second volunteer, please? Second volunteer, any taker? Is there anyone raising their hand? These are very easy questions, ladies and gentlemen, so please do not be alarmed. Let me see. Who am I gonna pick? Well, there's a lady that volunteered earlier on when we first started the meeting.
There's a hand.
Khorata. Okay, who's volunteering? Sorry, I can't see.
Buikobo, Madume. Buikobo.
Hi, Boikobo. How are you?
Good evening. I'm good.
Great. Thank you very much for raising your hand. I will make yours extra.
Sorry,
You're muted.
Oh my
Sorry.
word, I'm muted and I've been speaking for the past 15 minutes. Okay, I was saying that I will make yours an extra easy. And thank you very much for raising your hand. How
Okay.
does maintaining an ebullient attitude help you overcome external obstacles or negative opinions when you are determined that no one can dim your light or no one can stop you?
Thank you for the question, Toastmaster. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Maintaining an ambivalent attitude. Can you repeat the question?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Stop the clock. Thank you.
Okay.
How does maintaining an ambivalent attitude help you overcome external obstacles or negative opinions when you are determined that no one can stop you?
Okay. I think maintaining an ambivalent attitude is fostered firstly by having a positive outlook on the future, and it also to a large extent involves living in the present. So maintaining such an attitude helps you to know that everything that is happening in the now is what is important, because your attitude is one that is driven by positivity and presence and being in the now. Thank you.
Wow. And people will think that I gave you a script. That was excellent. I don't even see people clapping. Come on, guys. Thank you very much. Let's clap. Can I have that taker on today's table topics? Did Horata run away? I was joking, but yes, yes, I got a volunteer. Good evening, Ketiwe.
Good evening, Topics Master.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Boikobo spoke about the positive attitude or positive mindset. Let me build your question from that. What role does a mindset play in ensuring that challenges or setbacks do not stop you from achieving what you want?
Thank you so much, Topics Master. Mindset is like a powerhouse. When you are not in the right mindset, it will kill you. And I talk figuratively, not, the actual term of killing you, but in terms of killing your spirit. If you are not powerful in terms of understanding that negative thoughts can be shifted and converted into a positive mindset, you may actually be killed by this negative mindset. On the other hand, if you have a great positive mindset, whether or not you are faced with negative challenges, whether you are faced with uplifting moments, they only build you and create an even more powerful, more ebullient individual who is always excited about life. So take the opportunity to focus. Think about what it is you are going through, how you can perceive that situation in a different mindset, what lessons you can learn from them, and then grow. That is the power of having a positive mindset that shifts your challenges to success. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. Topics Master.
Thank you very much, Ketsiwe. And please make sure that you do add a note that you use the word of the day, which is excellent. Oh, Ahang. Hi, Ahang. How are you?
Good evening. I'm well, thank you.
Right. Thank you for raising your hand. And you, because I think you're special, I will give you an easiest of them all. How do you cultivate and sustain an ambivalent energy that keeps you motivated despite the difficulties? How easy is that? How do you cultivate and sustain an ambivalent energy that keeps you motivated despite difficulties?
Okay, thank you so much for the question. And good evening to all of you present this evening. Just like our national team that won the World Championships relays with a gold medal, I'm very ebullient this evening because I believe that the one thing that keeps me focused despite anything is the ability to learn from other people. My ability to learn from people has always taught me that you need to encourage yourself even when things are not going your way. For instance, from our relay guys, I've since learned that a lot of practice, a lot of patience will get you somewhere in life. So my word for this evening, or my word of the week this evening, is that let's not give up. Keep on practicing, keep on believing in yourself. Even when things don't go your way, it is very important to always believe in yourself. Introspect, evaluate yourself, critique yourself, and just be a better version than you were yesterday. Thank you.
Oh, oh, that was excellent. Although you're rapping it in my face that we didn't get that gold medal in that relay. I think we got a bronze as South Africans, but it's all good. It's all good. Madam Toastmaster of the day, I'll take only one question. I'm cognizant of the time. And can I have the last volunteer? This will be the easiest of them all. Boinello. Okay, I'll take two. Boinello first. Good evening, how are you?
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Ahang said, yes, I can hear you clearly. Ahang said something about self-doubt. Therefore, your question will be based on that. In what way can an outlook in life inspire resilience when others doubt your ability to succeed? Let me repeat.
Sorry, can
In
you repeat the
what
question?
way can I'm repeating, in what ways can an outlook in life inspire resilience when others doubt your ability to succeed?
Well, I think there is power in self-belief. And in that self-belief, it could be based on your thinking process. And like the previous speaker has talked about, she talked about a positive mindset. And I think that is very important. Having a positive mindset, it really shapes on how you see yourself and you see the world. And I believe that as an individual, you have the power to change your mindset through choice to view the world and yourself in a positive way. And also taking action and not just thinking about success, not just thinking about you achieving your goals. I think action creates momentum, and it also naturally motivates you to keep going and having a positive mindset in terms of blocking out negativity. So it all boils down into it all boils down into making a choice. There's power in you choosing to view yourself and the world in a positive manner. So I think that's how you can overcome the doubts of people and the naysayers and all the negativity.
Wow.
Thank
Wow,
you.
that was powerful. Thank you. You must write a book, please, on self-belief and uh, Madam Toastmaster of the day, I saw there was one hand raised earlier on. Do we take the last? We got only 1 minute to go. Do we take the last speaker? I still got plenty of questions.
There were two hands.
There
You
were
have
two
time.
hands.
You have time. We are running
We
ahead of the
have time.
schedule.
Okay, can I take? Okay, who else had their hands up?
Cecilia
Maran.
had her
Please
hand up,
remind me. Cecile.
and Mara.
Cecile. Hi, Cecile. Okay. I got a PA in Tumelo. Thanks, Tumelo. You're doing a great job. I'll promote you next time. Setsile, hi. Setsile, I believe. Good evening.
Good evening.
Great. Yes, thank you very much for raising your hand. I'll give you one that you'll just share a story. So please, can you share a moment in your life when your spirit proved that no one could stop you from achieving something important? Can I repeat for you? Can you
Yes.
share a moment in your life when your spirit proved that no one could stop you from achieving something important, when you shamed the devil?
Okay, thank you for the question. Hello, hi everyone. To be honest, today I'm a bit outside of my comfort zone, so I'm excited to take this challenge. So, one story, mm, one moment that I proved people wrong, is when uh, sorry, can you repeat, please?
Hey, not a problem, not a problem. You are getting there. You are getting there very
Okay.
nicely. If you're saying, can you share a moment in your life when you shamed the devil and proved that no one could stop you from achieving something important? Just one
Okay,
moment.
thank you.
Mm.
One moment that I proved people wrong was when I first started my first year. I didn't do very well, and I can say my family was very kind of disappointed. I had supplements, so I had to rewrite. So I think one thing that helped me was to not was to one thing that helped me was to push and having believed that the obstacles that I encountered are just a stepping stone. So I never let that moment pull me down. So at the end of my year 4, I emerged as a top achiever in my program. So I can say if I uh, had stopped believing in myself and just yes, if I had stopped believing in myself and not trying to push, I could have not done the way I have performed. So me refusing to quit really helped me. Thank you.
Me refusing to quit. That's my take home sentence. Me refusing to quit. And you proved against all odds that your first year wouldn't define who you will be on your fourth year. Maybe I can take one last taker, and then we will proceed with our program.
Marang.
Marang. Hi, Marang. How are you? Just like,
I'm
why
good.
are
I
they not?
just
You're like, why are they,
no,
are they
I
not choosing me?
no, I just wanted to make this clear. It's actually the Horata that gave a disclaimer at the beginning beginning of the the meeting. Marang is my other name. I just changed my name because I was like, yo, you're going to choose me.
You are naughty. You are naughty.
No, but I
And I can't.
volunteered. I volunteered.
Yeah, you okay, I forgive you. I forgive you. There's something
Yes,
very
please.
profound. There's something very profound that our previous speaker touched on, and we'll build from that. So she said something about self-belief, but your question will be, how can you encourage others to adopt a, a belief that no one can stop them, positively impact like a team? Like, let's say you are speaking to a Botswana relay team, 400 meters. Yeah, she bragged about it. How can you encourage others to adopt that belief that no one can stop them as a team?
Okay. Should I switch on my video? It's okay.
It will be nice to see, but
Okay.
well, if you haven't done your facial like me, it's okay. You can keep it off.
Okay. No, I'm good. Okay. Thank you. Okay. This is me now addressing them. Litsile, Litsile, Litsile. Litsile wins the Olympic medal, the 200-meter Olympic Games, and he becomes the first Motswana to win that race. So Litsile does what? Litsile makes history. It's the people that don't give up that end up writing history. I believe that as Litsile was running, for sure, probably he was tired. He wanted to give up as he was passing Noah. He was just like, I'm tired, but he did not give up. I believe he didn't give up because he knew his why. So I think that as a team, you need to know your why. Why are you training every single day for the Olympic Games or whatever games that you are going to compete in? Why? That should be the thing that drives you in helping you achieve what you want to achieve, in helping you make history. So yeah, I'd probably say that to them. Thank
You
you.
are brilliant. Thank you very much. Bo, I can't see the round of applause. Come on, guys.
Oh, guys,
Wow, thank
come
you.
on.
Yeah, there you are. There you go. There you go. Thank you very much. Marang, I don't know why you even changed your name because I was gonna call you anyways, but that was absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. And how he inspired the entire Africa as a continent just for beating that very overconfident egoistic Lyle Noah. Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster of the day, and thank you to each and every person that participated. You were all brilliant. I'm very much inspired, and yes, I will not let anyone dim my light. Thanks for this wonderful theme.
Thank you, Mzamo. Thank you very much for that interesting session. We now move on to the Hack Master. Over to you, Leya Musunga. Hack Master Leya. Do we have Leya or have we lost her?
I don't see Leah.
It
I
looks
think
like
we
we've lost
lost
her.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've lost her. Maybe, do you have any questions, Toastmaster of the evening? Any questions at all? Or should I take it?
Unfortunately, Yeah, if you can do the Hackmaster part for me, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the evening. I've been load shed. I think that's what I get for bullying people to take table topics. So I won't be switching on my camera. But here goes nothing. The Hackmaster segment is for us to practice our listening skills. So at Toastmasters, we don't just practice speaking, we also practice listening. Because I think it was Leya who gave a quote from, is it that name always gets me. Epictetus, something like that. The philosopher who said that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we listen twice as much as we speak. So the Hackmaster session is open to everyone. I encourage you all to unmute and participate. I will ask a few questions. So, unfortunately, we had 2 speakers out of the 4 that were booked to speak. Who was our first speaker of the evening?
I'm back.
Leya Musunga.
Yeah. Yes, great. Leya, please take over your role.
Sorry.
Oh, she's back.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for holding the fort.
Yes.
Okay, here we go there. Okay, try my best. All right. I don't know if you have asked this question. What was Haseena's speech title?
Parent found.
Parents found.
Okay, that's good. And what was the name of the 6-year-old son?
As I
What was
Spider-Man.
the name? The name they called him?
Batman.
Ozzy.
Ozzy.
Yes. And where was he? Where was he found?
Police Station 2.
Station 4.
At the police booth. Okay. During Leah's speech, she stated that there were 2 audiences she was trying to target. What 2 audiences is that?
Professionals on
Toastmasters and
LinkedIn.
potential.
Yes,
Internal
Toastmasters.
and external.
Internal and external. Yes, that's correct.
Ow.
And okay. Who said that they do not mind shame?
Tumelo.
Jumelo Mapalala.
Yes, that's correct. And Marang talked about Litile, and then she said, when you are trying to figure out what did she say is the most important question you need to answer?
Your
Why?
why.
Wow, okay, you guys are listening. All right. Katie said mindset is like
Something.
starting with the letter P. Starting with the letter P.
Powerhouse.
Yes. That's correct. That's correct. And then Ahang gave an example of a team. What sport were they participating in?
400 meters relay. She was bragging.
Okay, you were listening. Okay. Who said they were a top achiever in year 4?
Pitile.
Yes, yes. And then Buinello said you need to have power in what?
Self-belief.
Yes. Oh, wow. You're really listening. Yes, power in self-belief. That's correct. And then so Ahang talked about you need to have the ability to dash from other people. When she was talking about yes.
Learn from them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is definitely correct. Yeah, I think those were the questions I had prepared, and I can see you guys were really listening and paying attention keep on listening and paying attention. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. Oh, Madam Toastmaster of the day. Sorry, should I share the timing for the table topic speaker? I think maybe I would have missed that when I got kicked out. Maybe I can go ahead and just do that. So the timing for our table topic speakers, so Tumelo spoke for 1 minute, Buikobo spoke for 30 seconds, Ketiwe spoke for 1 minute 28, Ahang spoke for 1 minute 2 seconds, Buinelo spoke for 1 minute 22 seconds, Sitile spoke for 1 minute 58 seconds, and Barang spoke for 1 minute 19 seconds. There was a poll that was also created for the table topics. So I can launch that. So you should see something popping up on your screen for our various speakers this evening. So you can vote for the best table topics speaker. Apologies, the questions were a bit long. I was struggling to write them down so I could put them in the poll. Hopefully you remember what the speakers were saying, and you can vote in the poll, and we'll share the results towards the end of the meeting. Over to, okay, well, right now we're sitting on 50%. So once we reach 80%, normally the poll closes. So we're just under 40 seconds. So we let it run for about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. So something should have popped out on your screen. Just vote. Hope you remember the speeches they were sharing. We are on 56%. So I just need a couple more votes. Someone is saying nothing popped up. Oh, sorry. I don't know why nothing popped up.
Please check more and check if you can see polls if you are joining from a phone.
Oh,
I
okay.
I can see it. I've tried clicking on it, but it won't open. It's cool.
Oh, okay. We just need a few more votes and the poll will be closing soon. Okay, we've reached 2 minutes, so the poll is going to close, and handing back to Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Leya. We now move on to our evaluation. We're doing a general evaluation. So I will call now is it Tumelo? Tumelo Tumelo, our general evaluator. I'm sorry, I was confused. Did Mfundo ever join us or he never did? So
That's all
over
right.
to you, Tumelo.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster of the day. Like I said, unfortunately, I've been load shed, so I'll be sitting in the dark so I can see my notes. I think it's karma for bullying all those table topic speakers, but it is well. But like I said earlier, my role as general evaluator will be to conduct the evaluation segment of the night. At Toastmasters, we believe that evaluation is the feedback of champions, meaning that we greatly value the evaluations and feedback that we get from our peers on this platform. And we also have learned how to give constructive criticism to our peers. So here we will get the reports being for the speeches as well as for the other role players, and lastly my evaluation of the complete or total meeting in overall basically. So our first evaluator of the night was Dumelo Mapalala, who evaluated Leya. Therefore I'll be giving her report Timer, please do time me for this segment. Our prepared speeches are evaluated in 2 to 3 minutes because evaluations too are speeches. That is for the benefit of our guests. So good evening, Gaborone Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters and guests. Tonight I had the pleasure of evaluating Leya Musunga as she gave the speech one story at a time. So congratulations, Leya, on partaking or completing that project, level 4 project for public relations strategies. Vote for me, you said in the beginning of your speech. And indeed, I was there and I listened to that proposal you gave on the Toastmasters International platform for District 74. What a moment. Indeed, you satisfied the objectives of your speech, which were to give or to deliver your PR strategy. A clear public relations strategy was communicated as part of your proposal to becoming the public relations manager for District 74. It was clear in that you had 3 goals where you spoke of how you wanted to ensure that individual stories were heard, how the ripple effect of messages from leadership came down, and how there was a safe harbor of growth in the district. You also gave an engaging speech where the subject matter mattered to all of us in your audience, and you had ample stories that went on to explain how in your strategy you launched the My Why campaign. And for those who haven't done it, please do submit your videos. And you also revived the Achieving Excellence magazine. These are tangible things that we all could appreciate here in your audience. Lastly, you also added effective or intentional body language when you said 3 things you showed by hand. You also said full circle and showed by your finger making that oscillation to show that you had indeed come full circle in your journey at Toastmasters, having started as a vice president of public relations. The 2 things I think that you may want to work on, however, are vocal variety, in that vocal variety is loaded. It has tone, pitch, volume, and speed. There are opportunities in your speech where you could have sped up or slowed down, increased your pitch or lowered your pitch, although I do commend you for having done so in one instance where you moved closer to your screen to engage us more. Another thing I think you may want to work on, post having given the full circle and the 3 hand gestures where you indicated body language, you could also work to incorporate more intentional body language in your speech. One way to challenge yourself, however, I think you should add speech quotations. Who said what when? Where were the naysayers who couldn't believe that you would revive the magazine? Perhaps make mention of those statements, and those will give you both an opportunity to incorporate vocal variety and body language. But as usual, Leya, well done on your speech. We look forward to hearing more from you. Thank you so much. That concludes my evaluation of Leya's speech. Our second speaker was Haseena Hamdani, who was evaluated by Ketiwe Malema. Ketiwe, please do come to the virtual stage to deliver your report or your evaluation of Haseena's speech.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Haseena, what an incredible opportunity to connect with you, because I can definitely relate to losing a child, not being a parent that has been lost, but losing a child out on holiday or even right at home in the estate. Thank you for that reminder. I'm going to go through a few things that I believe you did exceptionally well as where we can improve upon next time. In terms of what you first of all did exceptionally well and was motivational was your use of figurative emotions to describe emotion, describe pictures of places and what was happening around in their environment, from using phrases such as beautiful echoes of waterfall parks, of the waterfall park, to a variety of additional ones, was incredibly done. And that is a lesson I'll take home as well. What you did as well was use your voice to illustrate certain characters. When you demonstrated the boy's trembling voice and your fear as you ran around looking for Ozzy was really evident in your tremble as you spoke. Your body language usage, I understand you were challenging yourself with vocal variety and not body language, but you did that exceptionally well, from showing us how Ozzy was relaxed, talking about, or figuratively showing how he was wondering when you'd arrive to find him in your lost state and not his. What I do think you may want to improve upon is the vocal variety from a pause perspective. You still had a lot of time left over. You could have paused between different scenarios. So when you moved from looking for Ozzy to finding him or hearing about him over the microphone, you could have paused to allow us to absorb that emotion of Ozzy being lost to move on to the next scenario. And again, when you were moving on to sharing the lessons learned from that story, you could have again paused a little longer. What I'm going to challenge you on, however, is related to vocal variety, because that was what your project was aimed at doing. When you spoke over the microphone, your body language was great. However, you could have used a completely different voice to yourself, deepen the voice a little bit to illustrate somebody else, because given that you're a female, you may illustrate a man. So take the opportunity to try different voices. Otherwise, it was exceptional. You used body language, you used vocal variety, and you were illustrative in your descriptions of places and people. Thank you and good luck with your next session. Over to you, Madam GE.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ketue Malema, for that elaborate evaluation. Our visiting Toastmaster, Toastmaster Mzamo, likes to say that we evaluate the speech and not the person. And indeed, we give constructive criticism to help us grow on this platform. It's not an easy thing to learn how to both receive feedback and how to give feedback. So we appreciate those who take the stage and want to get this feedback in order to improve. But moving right along, I'd like to invite back our grammarian. Ketty, are you ready to deliver her grammarian's report?
Thank you so much, Madam GE. With the usage of the word of the day, ebullient, I'm going to start off with the fact that it was incorrectly used at times, mispronounced as ambulant instead of ebullient. However, I think the intention was clear of what you were trying to illustrate or use for the term, and that's the point of the word of the day, is for us to learn to use the word and use it correctly. Individuals who used the word, we had the Toastmaster of the day who used it once. We had our topics master attempt to use it 3 times. We had Dumelo use it once. We had Ketiwe use it once. And we had Buikobo and Ahang also use it once each. In terms of the usage of the English language, I am going to start with what we could improve upon and then move to the excellent usage of the English language. Our Toastmaster, Leya, said a phrase, each member we find in the platform they are available in could have rephrased it about how much people are use the word also quite frequently when she was illustrating or speaking about a few scenarios where Toastmaster Leya had great usage of phrases. I think possibly instead of using also, possibly look at additionally, furthermore. So twist and turn your words and not just use the word also. Marang said that needs to be the thing that drives you. Possibly rephrase it to that needs to drive you. It's more simplistic, but sends the same message. There was excellent use of the English language today from people that don't give up, end up writing history. Obstacles encountered are a stepping stone, refusing to quit, power and self-belief, action creates momentum. It all boils down to making a positive choice. A lot of practice, a lot of patience, the usage of P constantly in that message. Fostered by, it bounces right off the pursuit of shame. Oscillation, ample stories, the lens through which, safe harbor of growth, ripple effect. No one can dim your light. Do not be alarmed. Coming full circle, and the list is endless. But thank you, and back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you so much, Grammarian, for that grammarian's report. Indeed, the grammar police is on fire, as our Toastmaster Mzama has said. And moving right along, I'd like to invite our counter, Sifimo Dorica Uteng. Sifimo, please take the stage and deliver your report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tumelo. Evening, everyone. Let me give my report. All right, I'm going to start with Leya. At the beginning of your speech, you had 3 ends. And when you were doing your Hackmaster role, you had 5 arms and 3 ears. And then following was Haseena Hamdani. She used twice. And then on table topics, we had Toastmaster Nzamo. He used end 3 times. And then followed by Wigobo. Wigobo had 3 arms. And then we have Buinelo. Buinelo had 2 ears. Followed by Toastmaster Sitsile. She had 2 R's, 3 S's, and 1 And then Marang had 4 arms. And for our general evaluator, Tumelo, nothing, and Ketiwe, nothing. Thank you. Back to you,
Thank you so
Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Madam Counter. It is said that the reason why we use crutch words is because we are trying to talk faster than we can think. So perhaps take a moment, speak slowly so that your train of thought can also be communicated through your speech. That is just a reminder for everyone who who took the stage tonight. We know how hard it can be when you're on the stage, but do take a breath. Most times we cannot even tell you're nervous. We can't see that you're scared. And the moment you say, we can begin to see the signs. So just take your time. We can barely even tell you've paused for longer than 2 seconds. But moving right along, I'd like to invite back to the stage our timekeeper, Leya Musunga. Please do deliver your report for our evaluation segment.
Thank you very much, Madam E. So first evaluator, Tumelo, took 3 minutes, 16 seconds. Ketiwe as an evaluator took 3 minutes, 22. Then Ketiwe as a grammarian took 3 minutes, 33. And then our counter, Dorica, took 1 minute, 59 seconds. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Madam Timekeeper. We say that if we cannot measure it, we cannot manage it. That's why we want to start on time and finish on time and time all of our activities here at Toastmasters. I think we've all been at a function where some speakers were speaking for way too long. I know here in Botswana at funerals, every speaker says, I will not be taking too long, then proceeds to take too long. That's the things, or those are the things we want to avoid. Therefore, that brings me to my general evaluation of the meeting. As usual, I like to give a disclaimer. This is my club, so I may be biased. I believe that our meeting started on time, even though we started at 2 minutes past 6. That's not bad on time at all. And we had a great Toastmaster of the evening. Could you please unmute and just give Asalapele a great round of applause for her first time? Woo! We are so proud of you.
Yes.
Yes, Asalapele, you rolled with the punches with many changes to your program, but you did not falter. Out of the 4 speakers, we only managed to get 2 people speak, which is not bad at all in my opinion. I mean, I did say it's my club. And then we proceeded to have a wonderful table topic segment, which was led by Toastmaster Mzamo. Please unmute yourselves again and give Mzamo a great round of applause. He always shows up to support us. Yes. The segment Thank you. The segment was engaging, it was theme specific, it was fun. We showed our guests that they too can participate and they saw or got a taste of what we do at Toastmasters. So we're hoping to reel them in after this. And next we had the Hackmaster section. The Hackmaster session is my favorite. Like I said, I don't mind shame at all. I always get the answers wrong, but that's the whole point. We are learning. And that is also why we try to exercise that listening skill. In addition to learning how to speak, we want to be better listeners who can respond in a constructive manner. Next, we had our evaluation segment. I love evaluations too. Like I said, we give constructive feedback. Our evaluators tonight were empathetic. They gave feedback in a way that was both comforting and helped aid the speakers in terms of the projects that they were doing. I've found that some people or some evaluators tend to attack the person, hence the reminder why we evaluate the speech and not the person. But indeed, the feedback was quite constructive, and I believe our speakers had a lot to take away in improving on their next endeavors. We also had a wonderful grammarian, Ketua Malema. For those who may not know, Ketua is the editor of that magazine that Leya spoke about earlier. So I think she was the right person to give us the police report on the use of our English language. I've also come to realize that sometimes our grammarians don't quite comment on the improper use of the English language. We shy away from telling people it's not in, it's on, or it's not, or however errors we may make. I usually can't take that role in person because I need the internet. I need to check if these things are correct. But please give a round of applause for Ketua, our grammar police of the evening. Woo, woo, woo. Yay! So next we also had our counter, Doreka, who did a great job. She's visiting us from Eloquent Speakers, also here in Gaborone. She gave a detailed report. I attended a meeting where someone said, "You said it 3 times." Everyone said it 3 times. We didn't know which filler word that was, but I don't know if she saw or heard my filler word. It goes must most of the time. My favorite one is so. And lately I've been saying and then, but those are some varied speech fillers or crutch words that we may use, and they too should be policed. But thank you so much, Doreka. In an effort to actually help the club improve. I think next time we need to cross-check if our speakers are coming well on time, just so that our Toastmaster of the day is not inconvenienced. And if possible, even have backup speakers. For a moment, I thought maybe I should deliver my speech today and not tomorrow. But had there been an opportunity to do so, maybe right before the meeting, I could have taken the challenge. But with that said, and with everything else, it's always a joy to be a Gaborone Toastmaster. I mean, I'm here all the time, but yes. And I hope that the club continues to grow in leaps and bounds. That brings me to the end of my report. I'd like to hand over to the president, I believe, for announcements, closing, and guests interaction. Thank you very much. Over to you, Leya.
Yes, but really, I know you are
Oh,
here.
please, over to you, Asa.
Okay, thank you, Madam GE. It's been a wonderful meeting. We're now at the end. We'll just hand over to Madam President. Over to you, Leya.
All right. Thank you so much, Asalapele, and as Tumelo has stated, well done in undertaking your role today. And I know we seem to have experienced some load shedding here in Gaborone, because I can see quite a lot of people have ended up dropping off the call. But normally, this is the time where we would just ask one or two of the guests, how did they find the meeting? So I just wanted to give them that opportunity. So let me see. Okay, guest who's still here. Oh, but before we get to that, let me just share the results from our voting. So today we only voted for table topics, and in terms of your votes, like they always say, each vote counts. So drum roll, da 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 da. We had table topics, and the best table topic speaker was Marang Horata. I'm not too sure of the name. You should tell me, then I'll put the right name. So well done, Marang. And as always, we want to Marang, you're shocked. As per the people's vote.
Because I was scared of even speaking.
The people spoke.
Remember, I changed my name.
So what is your name? Is it Horata or
No,
Marang?
both of them are my names.
All right, I'll look. You just put your send me your contact detail in the chat. Then I'll send you the certificate with your surname. Then at least it can be in full. And then also to appreciate Toastmasters who visited us and helped us in our meeting today. And I think I missed out one of the people. So we had for table topics, we had Mzamo who took up a role. And we also had Ketiwe who took up a role of evaluator and also grammarian. And I think I just missed our R counter visiting us from Eloquent Toastmasters. I'll create the certificate and send it through to you. That's Dorica. I know you are visiting Toastmasters. My apologies. I think when the power cut, I stopped doing some things. But thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We'll send you through the certificates. Thank you so much for coming through. So as the guests, Marang, I know you said you are visiting, oh, there we go. You are visiting an online meeting. How did you find our meeting today?
I mean, I got a certificate, so it was lovely. But one thing I enjoyed about these meetings is that they're very interactive. In as much as I was scared of giving my speech, I honestly appreciate that opportunity. It's not easy to just give a speech spot on, but with more practice, I believe that I can get better. So I like that. You guys are really nice people. I think I don't know what training you go through before you get to where you are, but I'm realizing that even with the broadcast Toastmaster club that I attended yesterday, you guys were just amazing. So I really, really appreciate this. Like it was really good. I think another thing that I liked was how you have to listen. I think when I started this thing, I just thought it was more about me speaking, but I like that factor where you have to really listen, pay attention, and also being able to give feedback. Because I feel like um even us as like just the people that are not evaluating, just people that are attending, we're also able to pick certain things that somebody can work on. And sometimes it even helps us in terms of what we can work on as we are giving our speeches, even just the feedback that the evaluators give the presenters. We get to learn a few things from that. So I really, really appreciate this. I'm really enjoying this so far. I just see myself subscribing, honestly. Thank you.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much for that feedback. And yeah, thank you so much. And let me see another guest who's here. Inter Interbahang. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh, Buinelo. Buinelo, are you a guest?
Yes,
How did you find the meeting today?
amazing. And again, good evening to everyone. It's my first time here. Last night I was actually Googling on looking for public speaking clubs and I found Toastmasters on Google. So that's how I found
Oh,
you guys. Yes. Um,
oh,
yes. So a little bit of a backstory, right? I don't want to waste your time. So I grew up being silenced, right? So I was kind of like a shy girl growing up, and I just found it difficult to express myself. So right now I'm trying to come out of that shell. So that's why I joined. And like Maran said, about talking about feedback and constructive feedback, it really helps. I'm someone who doesn't see failure as an enemy. I see it as a friend. So I'm trying to put myself out there and gather the courage and to have the courage to speak to people like you guys, amazing people. And so, yeah, I enjoyed it.
oh, wow. That's amazing. Hopefully you will join us also
Yeah.
when you're ready to join. Yeah. Yeah, you can reach out to myself, to Melo, or even our VPE. Let me just see if there's any other person, but otherwise, okay. I want to once again say thank you so much for everyone who joined us today. Our next meeting will be in October. Just want to remind our members, renewals are still on. Our club is self-enabled, so you can just log in and renew your subscription so that you can continue with your Toastmasters journey. And again, thank you so much for helping our club to achieve our 6 out of 10 DCP goals that we've achieved so far. This is an amazing testament to us working together, because that is only possible with us working together. So we should definitely continue with that. With that being said, I would like to officially call this meeting to an end and want to say we'll see you in October. I think next week we're not meeting next week. It is a long holiday here in Botswana. So next week, Tuesday, we're not meeting. This month we'll be meeting week after week, just to help our members to complete their levels. So I know after this meeting, Haseena is completing her level 3. So yay, hopefully that's another goal. Anyway, let me stop being excited. But otherwise, thank you once again for people who joined us. We'll see you in October. Follow us on our social media pages so you can keep up to date with all that's happening. This meeting should be uploaded on our YouTube page tomorrow, so you'll be able to review it for yourself in case you want to see. Thank you so
Sorry,
much.
1 second. Sorry, how do I join?
Oh, how
Yeah.
you to join, you just there's a form that you would have to complete.